What a loser. Alright, welcome back, guys. So, I lost the audio for this episode. So, this is me redubbing it during post-edits. Or, sorry, post-production, editing, whatever. So, here you can look at my Pokemon. Nothing has changed. Piece of advice. If you're using Audacity, you may want to double-check if you accidentally record over something. And that's what happened. When I was recording episode 25, I accidentally recorded over episode 24, and then yeah, so I lost the audio. So right now, yeah, we're gonna make our way to Fortree City, and we're gonna fight most of our trainers in this route. I do want to get Magento up there. I also want to get mine up there. I think they'll be really useful. But yeah, so far it's just going to be, you're going to watch me go through this route and enjoy all this glorious commentary by me, post-production, and a bit salty from, yeah, losing my audio. So yeah, blah, 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 I don't know what to say. And I'm also kind of annoyed at Premiere because of reasons. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to fight this Gloom here. The Gloom should be scary. I have mine up front. I do want to get mine up there. I did say mine's going to be a temporary character, but at the same time, like, temporary means in a Nuzlocke that, yeah, they should at least be up there. Be useful, have some normal attacks, have some good attacks, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, fall asleep, that's annoying. Yep, I could also be doing water attacks just because it is raining, and raining does, I forget what the modifier is, how much it increases its attacking power by, but it's still worth a good use in some opportunities. But this is a grass Pokemon, so yeah, it's whatever. I'm trying to figure out who to swap into, because mine is my only Pokemon that can actually attack grass Pokemon, do super effective damage, except for 420. I do kind of neglect 420 during this training because I did say, yeah, we do want to eventually retire him so ZZ could take his spot. But 420 has been with us for now, so I don't really want to retire him, but we'll see what happens. It's just me holding on to the good old days, the good memories, and stuff like that. ZZ still hasn't evolved. I thought ZZ would have evolved by now, but okay. So, yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I can't. This is so awkward. So, when I'm playing, it's so much easier to talk about. We just talk about the stupid stuff, the stuff that's going on, stuff that's about to happen. But, more or less, since I'm not playing, I'm not really in the mood of talking about what I'm doing, because I don't know what I'm doing. I can't really control my character right now. I believe ZZ actually evolves level 32, so now that we have ZZ up there, that's, yeah, really good. Yeah, so in this grass, we don't really catch anything, because I did say we're trying to catch the Feebas, and we could catch it now. We can't catch it now, because we need a Super Rod. I believe, if I remember reading the guides properly, we can actually use any rod to catch the Feebas. It's just that, oh yeah, see, ZZ's evolving. It's just that when it comes to the Super Rod, you can only encounter one of two Pokemon. The one being the Carvanha, the other being the Feebas. And when it comes to the other rods, it's a bunch of Pokemon. So apparently, people recommend using the Super Rod, and yeah, then it's so much easier to catch. So the way that Feebas works is, unlike most Pokemon, if you surf in a specific route, then the chance of catching a Pokemon is predetermined and is universal as long as you're in the same route. But in the instance of Feebas, that changes, and it's boiled down to, I believe, a 4x4 square, and in that 4x4 square you have a chance of catching a Feebas. So if you go up and look up guides like Survey.com or whatever, you'll see the catch rate for a Super Rod is Carvanha's 100% and Feebas is null, because you have to find the place where the Feebas is meant to spawn, which is random, and then go look in that area. It's somewhere on this route, it's somewhere on this water, we may need waterfall, but one benefit is you can go talk to a guy in Dewford Town, and when you're in Dewford Town, he'll be like, oh, I need some cool phrase. If you change the phrase to something, he'll change the area where it spawns, but it's not set. So if I change the word to Sceptile, It's not like, oh, okay, that means that this piece of water in this area is guaranteed now to have a feedback. No, it's random. It's just like, oh, okay, now I went from this area to this area, and this area is just random. So it's going to be annoying to find it. My plan is that we're going to get the super rod, then come back to the water, and then in one episode it'll just be a speed fast forward of me going back through the water, or maybe even if it takes even longer than I anticipate, I'm just gonna cut to the moment where I catch the feedbass and then just tell you how long it was taking me, like have a timer up or something, because it's going to take me a while. At the same time, I was thinking about it. I did say we want to double down on the Pokemon that are super effective against water types, because we're going to fight the final gym, Wallace, who has water Pokemon, and then we're going to fight, I don't remember, but the champion's name, oh no, sorry, Juan is the gym leader, and we're going to fight Wallace, who's the champion, and both of them use water Pokemon. On Juan's case, his water Pokemon are effective, but are manageable. On the other hand, Wallace's Pokemon are very annoying, have some very specific attacks that can deal with everything that they're super effective against. For example, I believe the Melodic he has Ice Beam, so we can't use that. If we go for electric Pokemon, he has a Ludicolo. I even believe one of his water Pokemon knows Earthquake, so it can get scary at times. I believe he has a Kingdra, or that might be Draco, the Dragon Elite Four, but I'm not sure. But either way, if he does have a Kingdra, then that's not very effective towards electric, and yeah, it can get scary. So the reason I say that is in this area, or the area previous to this, you can catch a Manectric, and if we do catch the Manectric, then we have double down on the electric Pokemon. So this is me just skipping those two trainers there. I do that for now. Yeah, I just want to get to Fort Tree City because this is going to take a while. We also have an encounter with the Aqua Goons here, so we'll go do that too. But yeah, so if we go back to the previous route, we can catch a Manectric there. But the issue with that is that's the only other place where we can catch a Carvanha. So if we catch a Carvanha there, then head back, and then we can guarantee ourselves the Feebas. But if we don't catch a Carvanha there, and we head and look for the Feebas, we're going to counter a Carvanha 100%, and then we forfeit our ability to get the Feebas, which is something I want. So I have a lot of things going on in my head about what to do. I really do want the Feebas, get really good special defense, just a really good Pokemon in general. So I wouldn't mind having it. I think I've used the Feebas once, but even then it was not part of my main party. It was more like end game. Oh shoot, I can catch a Feebas. Let's go catch a Feebas. I caught a Feebas. Let's go train it to what was it? Melodic. Let's go do the beauty contest. Blah 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 blah. And yeah, but then I never really used it in battle. So I wouldn't mind learning that for this Nuzlocke. But yeah, I guess moving on to what we're doing in this route. So we're gonna fight the Tropius here. Here, I was trying to figure out what tactics I should use against Tropius, because the next gym leader, Winona, she has a Tropius, and the moveset on the Tropius is actually pretty scary. It knows Solar Beam and Sunny Day, and Solar Beam is a really, really strong grass attack, so that's why I was a bit concerned, a bit worried. And on top of that, Magento, being a, what is he? He is a electric Pokemon. His attacks won't be hitting for super effective damage just because the Tropius does have the secondary grass archetype. I did consider this. Okay, so here, this is a Weather Institute. I did consider this, but I didn't know what to use for his Tropius because I felt like, oh, Solar Beam would be way too powerful. So here we're just healing up, and then we're going to face the Team Aqua here. So the story about this is the Weather Institute. They're looking for Pokemon, they're looking for weather patterns in the Hoen region and studying it. So they're just like a stereotypical weather center in the country or whatever. Yeah, and the Team Aqua's like, oh, we can go here because Kyogre has the special ability Drizzle. So if we find a place that's raining, we could probably catch Kyogre. Really cool. So that's why they're here, and we're just like, oh, okay, we're the good guys. We should clear out Team Aqua, and we're gonna slowly go through and fight all the Team Aqua guys. I have Magenta up front because yeah, most of these guys should have water. The other things they should have is Poochyenas and Zubats, and Zubats super effective to thunder anyways, electric attacks, so that's irregardless, we don't have to worry about that. But we do have to worry about the Poochyenas, and we're going to deal with them when it comes up. We also fight the other admin, so there are two admin. Last time when we met Maxi, we didn't meet an admin, but this time we're going to meet the admin because Archie's not here. Archie is a Team Aqua leader. Excuse me. So yeah, we're going to be fighting his admin second in command, Archie's second in command. But right now, yeah. So we have Diana up front fighting the Poochiena. We're obviously going to use a karate chop. And yeah. So how are you guys doing? Do you enjoy this commentary? I'm talking a lot. Since I don't have to focus on the game, I can just talk and spiel and do some vamping. Watch this footage of this compelling footage of me walking around and fighting all these trainers. So yeah, and here we have a double battle. So I did say I like double battles. So now we're working on. ZZ evolved. Yeah, I did say that. I did say ZZ evolved. So ZZ evolved, and now we're going to fight these two guys who probably have water Pokemon, Team Aqua, etc. So another thing I didn't like about this game is, oh yeah, so we're Team Aqua. We all have water Pokemon. You have one water Pokemon they repeat multiple times, and then a bunch of Zubats and Poochyenas. Same thing with Team Magma. They have one fire Pokemon they repeat multiple times in the form of Numel. Like, 7.8, too much water. So Team Aqua, you have no reason not to have many more water Pokemon. Like, why don't you have a Gyarados? Why don't you have a Caradot? Why don't you have a Love Disc? Like, there's a bunch of new water Pokemon they added into this game. I guess, yes, the Carvanha and the Sharpedo, they're meant to be more intimidating, so that makes sense. But at the same time, like, Caradot's pretty darn intimidating. On top of that, who else? Like, a Krabby, but Krabby is not, I guess, in this Hoenn Pokedex, but Wooper? Is Wooper in this Hoenn Pokedex? Alright, fine. Barboach. Like, alright. So, like, if I saw Wishcat, I'd be pretty freaking the hell out. That thing's giant, massive. Everyone saw the episode of Pokemon where he ate the Master Ball. Like, what the hell? Like, thing's massive. So it's intimidating enough. Like, why are you guys using one type of Pokemon 4 times over? Doesn't make sense. Oh, here comes the roar. What do you swap it to? Oh, poor you. Just use Karate Chop. It's super effective. Now that you have ZZs, this is really good. ZZ has evolved to a cactus. So this is good. I believe he learns Hammer Arm at level 39, which would be really useful. Later on, we can go and get the Mega Drain. I do feel like I'm going to turn ZZ into a health tank. In other words, he'll have attacks or just refresh his health or whatever. So the only way he can die is if he gets one-shotted. But so far in this Nuzlocke, we do realize that everything that has killed us has been one-shotted. And for the most part, it has been by effects that have been neutral damage. Nothing super effective because I haven't been stupid enough to swap into anything that has super effective attacks against my Pokemon. But then again, it can happen. And we have to consider that. But I think, if anything, the only time that my Pokemon will die is if I get surprised by attacks. Like, oh shoot, this Pokemon has Aerial Ace. I didn't know it had Aerial Ace. But at the same time, I'll be like, oh, Diana can take an Aerial Ace. I'll be fine. But if we have something scarier, like, oh, this Pokemon has Dragon's Claw. I sent out, oh, this Pokemon has Ice Beam. I sent out Flygon. Then that's where we'll start having losses, and that's the issue we're going to face in the future. But I don't know. I could look up guides, be following guides to the ladder, but I don't really want to do that because I feel like that's kind of cheating and depriving myself of the experience of going into this with the knowledge I already know and partially blind. I have been looking at like places to catch specific Pokemon because as we start losing Pokemon, we have gaps in our strengths and weaknesses, and we should fill those gaps as necessary and as required. And because of that, I've been looking into, oh, where can we catch another grass Pokemon, or where can we catch another water Pokemon, or what water Pokemon is really good, what water Pokemon is really bad, and especially since we kind of lost memes we lost a really strong opportunity to go into the Elite Four with a Pokemon that's effectively going to tank or be not very effective by a lot of what they already have. The Ice Trainer and the Water Trainer will be a bit of a difficult, but even then I can still have means in and still be hitting pretty hard. On that front, I could get something with the same typing as the as memes, which is Barboach, and then evolve to Wish Catch, but I'm not entirely sure where to catch one. I may have missed my opportunity. So here we're fighting the Team Aqua admin. Yes, you know her as Ethel. Wait, is that Shelly? No, that's wrong. Maybe I might edit that during edit that again, but no, that's Ethel. Nice to meet you, Ethel. Yes, this is a team. This is Archie's admin Ethel, and they're going after Betty, while Maxie and his admin Reggie and his admin Moose are going after Veronica. Sorry, Betty, and then they're going after Veronica. I'm getting a name confused. If you want to get the joke, maybe you want to Google Reggie, Archie, Moose, Ethel, and you may find something that I may be ashamed of that I know, but we shall find out. So she has a Mightyena. We'll be fighting the Mightyena. I was debating about switching to Diana, but I'm like, oh, Magento's strong enough. And then Mightyena decides to do the Swagger attack, which is annoying because it increases attack and makes you confused. Good job. This is good. This attack's actually not bad when you're doing double battles and you combo with someone who has the ability to own tempo. But in terms of the average game, I really don't get it because, oh, okay, use Swagger. Alright, I'll take one turn to use a full heal, and now it's confused and has double the attack stat. Oh yeah, we defeated my. Oh no, something's happened. We better go. Haha. We will thwart Team Magma's plans while getting our own plans up to fruition. Yes, and this is where we yes, we get a free cast form because of this. Cast form's not that useful. It has a really cool ability just in conceptually, but in practically use, you can't really use it because you have to do a setup and then build your entire moveset around it, like changing the weather to water and having completely all water attacks or whatnot. So its ability is when it is in the presence of a type of weather, it'll change its typing to that and its sprite. So it's pretty cool conceptually. We named it Blank Balls because reasons, and here we're going to heal up. Because coming up next, we actually have another pretty big battle, not a scary one. One of the last battles with this character will face, which is our rival. And this is actually the last battle we'll fight against her, if I remember correctly. And the only reason I remember this is because in this game, this is the only game where you don't fight your rival with her starter Pokemon fully evolved. Like you fight her just before it fully evolves, or like in the second evolution, just about as it's going to evolve. But yeah, which is unfortunate because they can't add it to your Pokédex. There's always a blank. It always bugged me a lot. So yeah, and I know this is a final battle because I remember we fought her Grovyle at level 31. And I believe he evolves at level 32 or 34, and by the scaling of the way things are going, by the time we should face her next, even if it's after we fight Winona, it should be fully evolved. So yeah, so because of that, I gauged that this is going to be the last battle we face against her. So we have Magma, Slugma up front, Mining Surf, Dead, super effective, 1.5 times stab, and then the raining modifier. Magenta's level 34. Nice. And then we have the Lombre. Lombre. Oh yes, because we have wing attack. We could swap it to 420, use the acid, but I was like, oh yeah, no, mine should be able to deal with this. It is one level higher, and then obviously the fake out comes, gets flinched. So fake out, what it does, guarantee if you use it on your first turn, the Pokemon gets sent out. Guaranteed to hit, guaranteed to flinch. So it's a pretty good starter upper, I guess, like opening move, but yeah, it's annoying when you're facing against it. And a lot of trainers use it, so which is really annoying. So here, yes, you need to 2-hit the Lombre. So mine's attack stat, I said this many times before, is not the greatest, which is unfortunate because I believe mine, we've been basically using it for its flying attribute as opposed to its water attribute. because we don't face anything that's like super effective against water. And then even if we do, we have other options. We have ZZ and we have Diana for rock. We don't face that much fire. So yeah, there are not that many killers. We already faced a fire gym, so yeah. So we're not using mine for water stat. Oh, here comes the leaf blade. Leaf blade's really strong. My biggest fear with the Grovyle was we did have the aerial ace, which is an attack Grovyle can learn from TMs, and I was afraid that she taught it to him. But another thing about this game that I kind of realized after playing it is, whereas in Pokemon Red and Pokemon Silver, your rival one step ahead of you, in this game, your rival's one step behind you. So, in that case, we still haven't got Aerial Ace, so using that logic, she can't have had Aerial Ace. So this is me trying to figure out who to swap into. But I still freaked out nonetheless. I think I'll try to figure out who has the highest specialty, so we could tank a Leaf Blade, because that Leaf Blade was hitting hard. It was scary at the time. But yeah, so we go into Magento. Because I believe we were like, oh yeah, I was like, his Spark is really, really strong, so we'll use a Spark, and that should be in hitting zone and a crit. Nice. Crit is the bane of my existence in this Nuzlocke so far. Most of my Pokemon died because of lucky crits. That being Mistwist and Memes. So we heal him up just to be safe. Because I wasn't sure how much the Leaf Blade was doing. It wasn't doing that much. He was doing 20. Because it did crit, it was not a good gauge. So it didn't crit now, and we know it's doing 20. So we should be fine. What do you do? I thought I was going to do the Spark. Oh, okay, do the Supersonic. Okay, Hypnotic, Funky Fresh. Gets confused. One thing I didn't consider was if he hits himself, puts him to a red, probably May's going to heal him, which would just reset everything, which I was not considering. I don't know why. But she did do it, so we're fine. Rovaral's dead. Good. GG. And that's most of this route, actually. We do have a bit farther, like a couple trainers up ahead, and then we hit Fortree City. And then once we hit Fortree City, we actually have to go to the next route after that, because if you go from the gym, which I didn't mention this in the next episode, but if we go from the gym, there's like an invisible object. And to clear the visible object, we have to get an item from the next route over, so we actually have to go to the next route. And then in the next route, we could actually catch a Pokemon. And oh, here's Scott. So we may catch another Pokemon. Oh, we'll see. And Scott's like, oh yeah, your girlfriend there? Yeah, she was so angry. You're just brutal, bro. Brutal. I think I tried skipping this, or I wanted to skip this. So we were getting close to time at this point. I'm like, oh shoot, I should just run past everything. And then so I was like, yeah, I can't run past everything. So I was trying to figure out what to do. Oh yeah, I was going to heal up everyone. Yes, because she has a Ninjask, and because we don't have a Fire Rock Pokemon and we only have the Mine, we didn't have anything that did super effective damage against it. One of my things, which I actually never mentioned, which is odd and I think important to the way I'm playing this, is I have a necessity and a need to, when I fight a Pokemon, use an attack against it super effective, because I try to always want to one-shot everything. Even during my normal playthroughs, but since this is a Nuzlocke, I want to one-shot it such that it cannot do much damage to myself, and put my Pokemon in further danger of dying. So that's why I tried to rearrange my Pokemon, have every Pokemon of every type, and try to battle each trainer in a way such that I have attacks so super effective against her Pokemon, be super effective against her Pokemon. And yeah, I guess that's been my drive since the beginning of this, and yeah, it's how I normally play. So that's why you see me constantly swapping Pokemon, putting different Pokemon, different things. So I was swapping into Pokemon that can do damage against. So I always try to get movesets where the Pokemon can do damage to a variety of things, not just one thing. Which is why I'm kind of disappointed with Magento's moveset at this point. He has 2 electric attacks, and that's really it. I did get rid of Sonic Boom. I felt it was too weak of an attack. And I thought we could teach us something else, or he learns a Steel attack, which in this game, unfortunately, he doesn't. So, Magento, I praise you a lot, but in the short term, like, man, your moveset. in that respect, Archer can learn a lot. He has Crunch, he has Dragon's Breath, he can learn Earthquake, which I'm going to teach him. I'm probably going to swap Dragon's Breath for Dragon's Claw when we get it later on, which is near the end. But yeah, then we'll have a very good moveset for Archer. I do want to get some levitating Pokemon so we can hear Earthquake and do Dull Battle. So here we are in Fortress City. This is pretty much the end of the episode. So yeah, this is me healing up the Pokemon. They're like, oh yeah, thanks for healing me up. And then next episode, we'll go deal with the gym, hopefully. We'll finish up the end of the route, and then we'll come back. And yeah, and we'll see what happens. And then that'll be the end of the week. So thanks again for watching. And until next time, bye!